What Poets Are Like, a Q&A with Gary Soto and his wife. Carolyn, what is it like living with a poet?
People have actually asked me, what is it like to live with Gary Soto, the poet? And since we've been married for 38 years, I've had some time to come up with an answer that satisfies them and I find to be truthful.
And what is that?
I tell them, it is never boring.
Never boring?
No, never boring.
Carolyn, what do you think of the new book?
People ask me, what is it like to live with Gary Soto? I can just hand them the book and they can read about what goes on in his head.
Gary, can you tell us about your new book, What Poets Are Like?
It addresses, well, the role of a poet, the career of a poet, my reaction to other poets, things along maybe perhaps jealousy of others winning prizes and so on. But it's a testimony also of my dedication, 35 years of, continuing at this craft. And I think you'll be surprised because the poets, we do have, as my wife says, a different kind of mind. And in fact, it is never boring.
It's never boring.
So Gary, what does go on inside your head?
Well, I'll read you one example of what goes on inside my head. And this is an excerpt from What Poets Are Like. And I'm at a conference in Atlanta, Georgia. I was led to the exhibit hall where I sat behind a table with a dull maroon skirt. It was time for my book signing. A steady line of book buyers put me in a good mood. Then the line petered out. I wagged my pen like a tail and waited, not in the least jealous of the author at the adjoining table, who had admirers all over her. Suddenly, a large woman approached, towing a small cart, the kind that hauls produce from the market. I smiled. She ran a chubby hand across her brow and, towering above me, said, "I hope I didn't bring too many." She began to lift books from her cart. The stack grew like a pyramid. Some of them I recognized as out-of-print titles. "Not at all," I answered, the pen uncapped and ready to go. "Who should I dedicate them to?" "To her class," she told me. "No, wait a minute, to the school library, if I didn't mind." As no others were waiting in line, I did what I was told. She was a lovely woman, a dedicated teacher, reader. I considered her a friend and, in fact, more than a friend. She told me that she liked my books so much that she named her dog Soto.
What is it like to discover someone named their dog after you?
My pen stopped. I looked up. It was like receiving word that I'd been awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. I wanted to hug the woman who delivered such joyful news. "What kind of dog is it?" I asked. She smiled, her arms full of my dog-eared books. "Why," she said, "a Chihuahua, of course."